the mood like in the locker room? I'll start. I think it's a positive energy in the team. Some of the players that hadn't played yet, and they don't get that many chances, we want to win because of them, mostly, so that they have more chances in more games to get on the pitch and play. I really have a great trust in my team. All the team plays as one man, and I think we will show that on the pitch. Personally, I think the mood really shows that tomorrow we're playing a very, very important game. And we really want to win, all of us, together.
Dobrý den, trenére, dobrý den, Vašku. Možná asi na oba.
This is for both. Is this the most important game for you with the national team? Of course, as a coach, this is the most important game. We really want to get into the playoffs. We know how many fans are coming, how many fans are supporting us to get out of the group. So not only for them, but only for us, we want to make everybody happy and not disappoint. Yes, I agree. I didn't play at the last Euros, unfortunately, and tomorrow we're playing for everything. We're playing for advancement. So yes, it's important. Are you ready for a very maybe hostile environment? Because Turkey will have a lot of fans. Well, I think many of my players have the experience about playing in Türkiye, for example, when European Cups are played there, so we know what to expect from the atmosphere. I think my men like it. I used to love it as well, and as a player, and I think since the very beginning we had great atmosphere at every game, and I think our fans will also support us, even though they might be in the minority, but we will hear them.
Dobrý den, trenére Honza Daněk, Sport.cz, Česká republika. Já se zeptám, vy jste hráli 2 zápasy.
This is for the coach. You've played 2 games, different lineup every day. Will this be more similar to the game against Portugal or Georgia? This will also be a completely different match, completely different opponent. We are preparing for Türkiye. We know what lineup they might be using, so we are really preparing for that, but also focusing mainly on ourselves. We analyze our opponent, we watch videos, but we need to focus on ourselves. So we talk about 2008 and 2016 when we lost against Turkey. Will this be remanded tomorrow? No, this is just another game at this Euro. It is our dream to get out of the group, to advance to the playoff, and we want to make ourselves happy. I don't really look into the past. I really just want to stay in the tournament. This group of guys don't want to go home. This is a question for the coach. Do you have different variants of a lineup with Patrik Schick or without him? Will it change the lineup in any way? What's the process like? Yes, we have different variants, and we had them even before we came here. Patrik Schick is a key player, one of the best scorers in Europe, but if he's not able to play, we need to replace him. And we have players who are able to replace him, and they are ready and they work hard. And I believe that if tomorrow we don't have Patrik Schick, we will have them. This is for Vaclav Cerny. You scored a goal against Turkey in the last game we played against them, so do you have a recipe for them, or will this be a completely different game tomorrow? I don't know if you saw that goal. It was mostly luck. And this game will be completely different. As we've already said, the past and our previous results against Türkiye don't really play a role. We know that tomorrow's game is important and it will be specific for us because it's like a little final.
Mr. Hasek, please. Nuno Travassos from Bola, Portugal. David Jurasek played the last match. I wonder what you think about his performance, and obviously you saw David matches last season. What do you think went wrong for him at Portugal, at Benfica? Thank you.
Ne, já budu mluvit česky teda, tak David Jurásek
So
je hráč,
I'll speak in Czech. David Jurasek is in Hoffenheim. He plays on the left wing. In Benfica, he didn't really play that well, but he grows with every game that he plays. He is gaining experience, and we see him with us for the future. He has a great potential to play in the biggest clubs in the world, so I do believe that every big game, like the one he already played, his confidence will be boosted and he will get better in the future. This is for both. Will you watch the games tonight? Because they might be important with regards to what we need from tomorrow's game. I will be watching, obviously, but mainly because I like watching all the games that I can here at the Euros. And we just want to play our own game. It's in our hands and we want to win. We watch most of the games, so obviously we will watch games tonight as well. That doesn't change anything about how we prepare for tomorrow.
Can I speak in Turkish or English?
English.
You will get a translation, or in English maybe.
English.
For the coach, I think he told that we know the Turkish national team's probably lineup. Even we don't know our lineup. If you have any information, maybe you can share us. And the second is, what is the strongest and the weakest parts of Turkey? What's your analysis?
Tak já nechci dopředu prozovat taktiku, ale vidíte, že v tureckém týmu jsou hráči, kteří hrajou ve světových špičkových klubech.
Show our cards yet, but Turkey has players that play in great clubs and they have an Italian coach who is really great. They are tactical, disciplined, they have great quality, young players who will be one day top stars in football world, so they have great future and great quality even today. This one is for the coach. Will you think about the mathematics? Maybe one goal will be enough, maybe a draw, maybe you will really have to win, maybe you will even have to see what Georgia does against Portugal. No, we just have to play, not calculate with anything. We want to go into the game and we need to go into the game with wanting to win. We're not gonna look at the other games. This is a question for the player. The games against Turkey in the past, in 2008, you were 10 years old. Did you watch the match? Do you remember the mistake Petr Čech, the goalkeeper, made? And do you remember the game in 2016? I actually remember the 2008 game more. I watched it. It was even maybe going into a penalty shootout. I think it was a draw. And I did watch it and I was sad. This is for the coach. One of the Turkey players cannot start because of cards. They have maybe 4 or 5 changes to make. What do you think about them? They're not saying anything about their fitness levels and their availability of players. We know something. We have some possible lineup that they might start with based on what players they have available for each post. but I think their lineup will be similar to the first game against Georgia than the previous one against Portugal. This is for the coach. We talked to Tomáš Souček. He knows about Çalhanoğlu. What's important about this player? He's the motor, the machine in the team. He creates the game, creates the rhythm. He decides if they go into a counterattack or if they calm the game down. He's a top quality player.
Добрий день. A question in English, please, to the coach. It's about the Turkish player forward, Arda Güler. He's also a very strong player. What's the plan for your team to contain him on the pitch?
Tak Arda Güler je určitě jeden z nejtalentovanějších hráčů v současné době, nejmladších hráčů, který nastupují.
Players, one of the youngest here at the Euros and also in Real Madrid, where he also scores goals. At his age, to get into a club like that, that's amazing. He plays on the right. He also has a great left foot. We don't really want to give him space. If we give him space and let him score, he's very dangerous.
Okay, I guess this will be last two questions, please.
Trenére platí ta rovnice, postup rovná se úspěch na turnaji, nepostup.
So getting out of the group is success, not getting out is failure. Yes, we came here to get out of the group and advance into the playoffs, and that would be a success. We didn't say it in vain. Obviously, if we don't advance, that will be a failure. This one is for the player. Is it an advantage for you that you've already played on this pitch and you know it? And I noticed that you smelled something when you were on the pitch walk. Why? What was it? Yes, it might be an advantage that we already know this pitch. We already tried it. As for your second question, it's just an exercise for breathing for me. When it's this hot, it is very hard to breathe, so I do these breathing exercises.
Thank you very much. And the next activity will be press conference with Team Türkiye at 6 p.m.
Děkujeme. Naschledanou.
Díky, naschle. Díky, Peťo.